What's up, JC Gang? Where you at? Where you at? How y'all feeling today? Just got off of work, so you know what we gotta do. We gotta decompress, get that work off of you. Pray that anything that's demonic or negative that was at work today or out in the world today be taken away from you or taken off of you in the mighty name of Jesus. And you got to tell it to get up out of your house, get up out of my space, get up out of my energies. Okay? How you guys doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. But it's Word of the Week Wednesday, or Wednesday's Word of the Week. The word of the week is simply rest. I said on the previous video, God gave me a word while I was literally watching a movie. Some numbers, certain numbers came across the screen, and I looked those numbers up. God just led me to look those numbers up. It was just too, it was just like in my face, kind of. It was just like really bold. I'm like, okay. So I looked up the looked up the numbers, and came up with the number 8153 is what I saw, and then connected to that number was the number 8142, which basically means sleep, but the word of the week is rest. Resting and sleeping, same thing, but not, because you can rest without sleeping. But this one is specifically spiritual rest. He's giving you the opportunity to rest as he's restoring you. Keyword in restoration is rest. All right, rest. Sit down somewhere. We're going to sit down somewhere up in here. But when I looked up those numbers, it said the word, and forgive me if I pronounce it wrong because this is Hebrew. I go through the Hebrew concordance, the Strong's Exhaustive Hebrew Concordance. I don't necessarily look up no angel numbers. I just go straight to the book and try to get as close to the Bible and the truth as possible, like not no up in the air type stuff, like, I don't do like that horoscope stuff, all that stuff. That's demonic pretty much. But anyways, 8153 equals, it says shanath, that's the word. It says year, sleep, to change or to repeat, a passage of time, the year. It says the year was significant unit of time during agricultural times, like the harvest, and it's a significant unit of time for religious and social purposes, a specific year. And that 8153 also equaled up to new moon or new year. So there's a new year, new season coming up. There's a new place where God is going to take you. So he needs you to rest. Just like I said in my previous video, he needs you to get in a secret place with him. He needs you to get in tune with him as much as you can, because it's so detrimental to your spiritual health and also your destiny, your purpose, where God is taking you. And I'm not saying this upcoming year, but it's a specific time or season, a unit of time that he's leading you into or guiding you into, that you need to prepare for, that you need to be ready for, that you need to hear him before you cross over to that. He needs to speak to you. And most of you, that's probably why you're seeing the numbers 911 a lot. Sometimes we freak out like, oh my God, something's wrong, there's an emergency. God, what does this mean? Whatever. It just literally means like 911, like emergency call, like it's urgent. God is calling you to get in the secret place, spiritual place with him. It's a matter of urgency that he speak to you, because he got some stuff he want to reveal to you. He needs you to, rest in him. He needs you to start listening, just, meditating, but really listening. Get your pen and your paper out. Excuse me, that's the YouTube. Go ahead and skip that. I apologize. The little commercials, my bad. But he needs you to get in a place to where you can hear him clearly, whether it calls for a fast, however God speaks to you, however you usually interact or, get into worship with God or relation with God. He needs you to get in that place because he needs to talk to you. There's some stuff going on. So again, the word is pronounced shanath. That was 8153, and then that led to the next number, which is 8142, which means to sleep, a state of natural rest for the body and the mind, or spiritual or moral inactivity, a necessary part of life, naturally, like in the physical and in the spiritual. Rest is a necessary part of life. Rest is a necessary part of life for restoration and rejuvenation. A time when God can communicate with individuals through dreams, like Joseph and Daniel. Sleep was often associated with peace, security, as well as vulnerability, since one is not conscious of their surroundings. Those are just my notes that I took from that number when I looked it up and wrote down what I got from that. So basically, the resting says in Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 through 3, thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. God did his thing, the creator. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it, he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. So basically, he needs you to get in a place of rest. He has to restore some things, rejuvenate some things, because he's been working behind the scenes. He's been working behind the scenes, getting some stuff together for you, stuff that you prayed about, or like, again, places that you might need to go, or you might need to be still. Whatever he has in store for you, he needs you to rest so that he can give you instructions, so that he can give you directions for your next, it could be assignment or just a next step to take. If he's leading you blindly, he's just giving you bits and pieces, because he can't give it all to you at once, because you're going to probably mess it up. We going to mess it up, y'all. So he's just giving you baby steps. He's leading you into your destiny, leading to your purpose, leading you into your promised land, spiritually, whatever that is. But in order for you to know what that is, or where he's taking you next, like the next step is very imperative. The next step is important. That's why, like I said, some of you probably have been seeing the number 911. That next step is important. I also had a dream, not a vision. It was I want to say last week sometime, where actually it was like a giant, it's crazy that I got on the color red. When I say a giant red phone in the living room where I was at, and I picked it up and I answered, and I said, this is what I said in my dream. I said, hello, I'm calling for the people. That's what I said. So even though, like, God was speaking through me, like, hello, he's like, he needs you to pick up the phone. He needs you to answer the call. God is calling about your calling. He needs you to get in the spiritual place so you can pick up the phone. God, here I am. I think that was, I forget the name in the Bible, so excuse me, but when he heard when he heard someone calling him, he thought it was Samuel, I think, calling him 3 times, and I forget who it was. I'm sorry, because I don't want to get that wrong. I gotta look that up, but I'll get back to you on that. But probably Isaiah, I want to say. I could be wrong. Don't quote me, okay? I'm getting it together. But he heard his name being called 3 times, and he thought it was somebody else, but it was actually God calling him. So when he finally figured out, like, oh my God, God is calling me. He didn't say, oh my God, but God is calling me. He got into a place in a position of rest, which is in a position to hear God fully, like rest, meditate, just quiet, rest, being still, rest, being still. Okay, so that he can hear God clearly, and he's like, here I am, God, I'm listening. So when you pick up that phone and God is on the other end, here I am, God, I'm listening. What we doing? What's up? What's going on? Talk to me. Talk to me. So in short, because the word of the day, like I said, I try to make these videos every Wednesday because it's the Wednesday's word of the week, 10 minutes or less. But just to break that down a little bit further, God needs you to rest in him, because he has something to speak to you about that involves your destiny, your purpose, and where you're going to be going next, the next step that you are taking on your journey with God. So I hope this helped somebody out there. Getting your secret place, prayer space, whatever that is to you. Doesn't matter really where you are. You can talk to God anywhere, but get in that quiet place and get rest in Him. Listen, decompress while He's talking to you. You know, get your pen and your pad, you know, paper and pen, and write it down. You know, what He's speaking to you, and then try, you know, He's going to give you the steps. So I love you guys so much. JC Gang, Ink Mouth family. I tired. I should tired. That's what my baby used to say, my baby girl. I should tired. So, yeah, you guys have an amazing day. I love you guys. And yeah, word of the week Wednesday is rest, restoration. Go do some research for yourself. Look it up. Test this word by the Spirit. I love y'all. Have a great and amazing day. Bye.